Are you ready to mock?
Welcome to Mock of Love,
A weekly podcast providing commentary on VH1's golden age of celebrity reality dating shows. I'm Andy.
and I'm Ashley. Andy, will we be doing any research on these shows?
Almost none.
Will it be kid-friendly?
Fuck no.
Will it be bitchy and hilarious?
Absolutely.
Step into our playhouse and mock our world.
This is Mock of Love. Happy New Year, Ashley.
Happy New Year!
It is, as of the date we're recording, it's January 1st, 2025.
It is. That hasn't actually even registered today until now.
You haven't had to write a check yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once we pay the mortgage, you're going to be like, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you don't do it, then they're going to bounce it back and they're going to repossess our house.
Fun. Like we were just saying, New Year, fuck this.
New Year, fuck. New Year, fuck this. None of this New Year, new me. It is all about New Year, fuck this.
Everyone was passing around that clip from Forrest Gump, you know, where Lieutenant Dan and him are ringing in the New Year, and it like zooms in on Lieutenant Dan's sad face. Like I had 3 separate friends send that to me.
Our resolution is to Lieutenant Dan the fuck up. Just let's go. Everybody get your Lieutenant Dan game up. Welcome to Mock of Love. Your delightful romp through VH1 shows, celebrity reality dating shows.
Did we take a break last week?
It was the holidays.
We did.
And
we did.
I was tired because I had a 6-hour fucking flight delay.
Yeah, we were traveling. We went to Texas to see my family, and lots of flight delays, lots of bullshit,
lots of inclement weather.
Yeah, but it was nice to see the fam, and yay, I love you guys. But yeah, the getting back and getting settled.
Ashley's still convinced that her family listens to this show. Don't tell her. Don't tell her.
Honestly,
I am horrified if my family listens.
My mother will be horrified if she hears the show. But
Ashley
you know
was
what?
on the phone with her mom moments ago and talking about we're gonna go record a podcast, and I'm like looking at her like, don't tell her we record a podcast. And then she's like, where do you listen to the podcast? And she's like, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. I'm like, stop! Don't let her find the fucking podcast.
I told Andy at this point, like, I'm the black sheep. I'm bad. So
this
like
show,
my parents won't be surprised.
This show is classified under all our streaming services as hyper mature.
Yes.
So let's get into it, Boo. What show are we watching and where are we at?
Let's do it. I know it always takes us a minute to like figure out what freaking podcast we're doing.
We only have the one. What is this?
This is season 2, episode 3
of Rock of Love.
That's right.
Yes. Bret Michaels' famous celebrity reality dating show.
Yes.
Season 2 of Bret Michaels trying to find true love.
Question mark. The title of this episode is
what is it?
Stroller Derby.
Because we all want to get a fucking baby put on us by Bret Michaels. Just put that baby in me, Bret baby.
When we get to the challenge, like honestly, usually we try to not talk when we're watching episodes so we can just kind of like absorb everything, but we could not stop giggling.
It's a funny episode, chat. And if you guys want to watch before, if you want to pause right here and go watch the episode, boy howdy, this one was a hoot.
It's ridiculous and fun.
Yeah. You sounded like you were about to start in on another point, Boo.
No, like not really. I'm just like, so the episode is rolling for us now. You know, we watch it on mute while we're talking to you guys.
Yes.
And it's just like, you know, it starts out with Roxy. She's the one, remember, that we like weren't sure if she won the dance off.
We fucked up.
Yeah, but she actually won, and she has a VIP pass.
Yeah.
But it starts the episode with her like worried. Yeah. That she's not connecting with Bret, that they haven't really had a moment together.
She's also extremely confident because she's like, it doesn't matter if I think we're the most beautiful women in the house, but we might get sent home.
Yeah.
Because we're not making enough of a connection.
Right.
Which
honestly, is true. Yeah.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But also foreshadowing because let's not forget, chat, Roxy is a person of color. So
at some point she was going to be gone because Bret Michaels dates blondes.
Yeah.
That's really it. He's a doppelganger, as we've already established.
Yes.
So now they're at the challenge, which I love that they get right into it.
Yeah, there's so much to do this episode. So why is it called Stroller Derby, you may be asking yourself?
So he takes them to a roller derby rink, which I guess is where the LA Derby dolls do their thing, which I've never been to an in-person roller derby.
It is my preferred sporting event of choice, and I do not care for sporting events.
Yeah, it looks really fun.
It beats so much ass.
Yeah.
And the name, like the fact that they get to choose their own names, like the Derby dolls get to like make up ridiculous names.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Like the referee is what? Like Marlene DeBitch.
Oh, yeah.
And it's spelled Die Bitch.
Die Bitch.
Yeah. So good.
It's really cute. And so they basically, like, the show gets this stroller and these, like, like when you're in middle school and early high school and they want to teach you like home ec or like whether did you have this at your school, like where they would give you the baby?
I grew up not in the South, so nobody was expected to get pregnant in high school.
Oh my God. I had some friends that they didn't do it at my school because I went to a very Christian school, and yes, there was no sex to be had. So why would you be having babies?
No,
obviously
child marriage.
Yeah. But they would give you these dolls. One of my friends that went to a public school got one.
Yeah.
It was like a baby doll, and you had to try to keep it alive. It was like programmed to like cry, and you had to clean it.
Doo-doo.
Anyway, it looks like those dolls.
Did the baby doll ever say, ooey pee? Ooey pee me, Bombi? Ooey pee? So
you're stumbling into a private joke.
I do this around the house. There was I can't remember the name of this baby.
Pause it. There's too much happening.
No, pause the show?
Yes.
Yes, there's too much happening. Okay, I got to take a little behind the scenes here because this is important. There was this doll when I was in like middle school, high school, and it pooped and peed itself, and it talked to you.
Do you remember what it was called?
It was like Diarrhea Me Stacy.
No, it wasn't.
Oopsie me diarrhea Stacy.
Diarrhea Stacy.
Oops, I sharted Stacy.
No.
And one of the things in the commercial that it advertised that this doll said is, ooey pee me, Bombi. Ooey pee. And so every once in a while, I'll just catch Ashley off guard with an ooey pee.
Ooey pee.
Ooey pee me, Bombi.
Like, what even does it mean?
It doesn't mean anything. It's just supposed to be like it's baby talk.
It's baby gibberish.
And Ashley didn't believe me that this thing existed, and I had to pull up the commercial and show her, no, this is a very real doll that existed in history in our lifetime.
Oh, my God.
So anyway, back to the show.
Yeah.
Did I take them enough into this?
No, it is that doll. It's doing that.
It's that kind of doll. That's what we're dealing with. They have that.
They have one of these like
at the roller derby rink.
Quasi-realistic looking baby dolls. And apparently they can monitor the trauma that has occurred to this baby doll.
And there's a Dr. Franklin
who's
who's going to read the results of the baby's trauma.
Yeah, so they have this baby doll in a stroller, and they have to like roller skate around the
rink.
The rink. That's what they call it.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's kind of a velodrome situation.
It's like an oval.
Yes.
They have to go around the track.
You can't stop easily.
No, and they have this stroller with baby Bret. They call this little baby.
And it has a bandana.
It has a bandana and glasses. It's so stupid and funny.
They did a good job. It's so dumb.
And they know it's dumb. That's kind of like the funnest part.
They do.
Yeah, so there's 3 different teams. They have this, stroller with the baby. They have to like go around the rink, and then the LA Derby dolls are on the rink too, trying to like F them up and knock them off, and they have to try to cause the least damage possible to baby Bret.
It seems to me like there's a special guest player for the LA Derby dolls, or she may have become a Derby doll.
No, she comes in as a special guest.
And it is
Lacey
Connor. Season 1 most hated MHP, most hated player,
which
Lacey Connor.
Also just goes to show like she knew exactly what she was doing. She's getting invited back for additional seasons because of her persona.
And because of her persona, the current season, the current slate of women know this fucking bitch, and they do not want to. They want to fuck her up or avoid her at all costs.
Yeah,
it's one or the other.
They are actually frightened that she's involved.
Hey, what's the prize for this? So there's 3 teams, and you have to keep baby Bret in a stroller safe from these Derby dolls who are hell bent on wrecking your shit and baby Bret's shit.
Mostly baby Bret shit.
Absolutely.
And he says he's testing like their motherly instincts or mama bear instincts
because,
or something.
quote unquote, because I'm a good dad.
Yeah.
Let's go to the tape. Like I haven't seen his daughters do anything. I don't know.
Maybe he is.
I'm skeptical.
I don't know. Yeah.
I raise an eyebrow.
Some of the craziest people like can get it together when it comes to their kids. So
why are you looking right at me?
That wasn't pointed.
That was unfair. Anyway, Dr. Franklin, it does say he is a doctor of doll traumatology and parentheses, not a real doctor.
No. Yet again, like the plethysmograph.
Yeah, Doc. What was his name? He was a who?
I forget. He was great.
Dr. Ron or something.
Yeah.
So we got 3 teams of 4 going into this that have to go up against these 4 Derby dolls. Ashley, you want to give me those teams?
Yeah. So the blue team is Aubrey, Angelique, Christy Jo, Ina. The red team is Jessica, Roxy, Peyton, and Amber. And the pink team is Daisy, Megan, Destiny, and Catherine.
Yeah, and the first team up...
There's still so many contestants.
Still a lot of girls. And the first team up is the pink team, which is Daisy, Megan, Destiny, Catherine.
Yes.
And none of them seem to have a real firm grip on how to skate.
No.
And they're the first ones up, so they don't know what's going on. So the first thing that happens, Daisy is pushing the stroller.
Well, and what's funny is before this starts, Daisy goes, I'm a mad skater. You know how she talks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you skate well?
I'm like mad skater.
I can't.
Yeah.
Like, I can't even impersonate her. Watch the show, but the way she talks is like kind of hilarious. She's like, I'm a mad skater. So she's like bragging about her skating.
It's so
And
over the top.
Catherine says she rollerblades every day. Like
I believe
a good
she
grandma.
seems like a fit lady. Good grandma.
Well, especially at this time period, like rollerblading wasn't cool anymore. You know, it took
True.
like a dip.
Yeah.
It's
where it
back
was the
now,
opposite
whatever.
of cool. Yeah, it's back and it's like kind of cool, but
Yeah.
it was the opposite of cool.
Yeah. But anyway, so they were full of it because neither one of them can skate. Nobody on this team can skate at all.
Nobody can skate, and definitely not on like an incline in around an oval.
And their baby's getting freaking trashed.
The first thing that
Punched.
happens, Daisy lands straight on her ass and loses the stroller and the baby. And who shows up? Lacey. And pulls the baby out of the stroller and punches the baby in the face.
Sucker punching the baby
It's
over
insane.
and over again.
She's so unhinged still to this day. She is such an unhinged human.
And they cut to Bret and he's freaking dying laughing.
He is. He loves it.
It's just so funny.
This team does so miserable. They like get up and they're like, all right, you do the stroller. And within seconds, back on their ass. And the
Someone
Derby dolls are
refers
beating
to
the shit
it-
out of your baby.
Someone refers to it as the Pink Massacre.
That's right.
And I'm like, yeah, no, that's right. It's really bad. And then so Bret goes, there's only one way to find true love. That is through a baby roller derby challenge.
That was such a good bit. And it felt like a Tim Robinson sketch. It felt like I was watching I Think You Should Leave. And it's just like, all right, now it's time to see who's going to keep this baby from being punched in the
Being
face.
punched the most? I don't know.
It's unhinged.
It's ridiculous. Okay, now the red team's going and like
Let's
first of all, Peyton falls and does the splits, which
real hard.
I gasped.
Yeah.
But she didn't
actually
seem
did
to phase
gasp.
her at all. So
She's taken like just shots to the dome.
Oh.
She picks up the baby and guards it from the Derby dolls because she knows that even though I fell, they're still going to come for collateral damage. They want to come for the
honestly,
splash damage.
she should have
and
been
punch
MVP.
a baby. She should what?
She should have been MVP.
Even though,
she just freaking barrels through that.
She has to be black and blue after this.
Yeah.
It's insane. Because on the pink team, they were kind of swapping. They were kind of swapping who was getting the stroller. And at one point, Peyton falls, and what happens here, Ashley? The baby's arm comes off.
Oh, that's right. I was like, what did happen? Yes, the baby loses a limb.
Oh, and I need to point out, as Bret is watching Peyton like zealously guard this little doll.
Going ham.
Yes, and kiss it when she rescues it, he says like, it's kind of behavior that makes me want to breed.
Just makes me want to breed. I was like, what?
Jesus Christ, Bret. You are you cannot be more gross. Fuck. Okay, we're on the blue team. And to recap.
I don't even care. We don't have to breed.
Blue team, Aubrey, Angelique, Christy,
Do
Joe,
you even
and
know what
Ina
I was referring to?
No, what was that?
It was a Nirvana song. Sorry.
Oh, God damn it. Thank you. Yeah, it was Breed.
I was like, he laughed nervously. Like, what
I thought
the
it was
hell?
referencing something in the show for a moment. Like, of all the things I listen to in Nirvana, lyrics ain't it. You know? And somebody out there
they're
is
hard
gonna
to
write
decipher sometimes.
a little bit. And I don't think it's the point of Nirvana. That's just me. But so lastly, we got Christy Joe. And Christy Joe announces, hey, I used to be a speed skater.
Yeah, so she's like a really good skater.
She's fast.
Yeah. And she stays upright, which is more than most of the girls can say.
I think she gets like an actual successful first lap before the Derby dolls start pummeling her, which is huge because the other girls like didn't get a full lap period.
You have these like pro Derby skaters that like it took them 3 laps to like kind of catch up with her and actually start doing some damage.
I'm gonna go ahead and pause right here so that we can recap what happened.
Yes, because I didn't write this down.
We can recap what happened to Pink Team's baby.
Yeah, well, well, we didn't fit like Blue did pretty good, basically.
Blue did good.
Yeah. Anyway, I
So
think that's
Pink-
the end of that.
Pink did,
So now they're, but they're to the part, just to like give everyone context. Now they're to the part where like the doctor has
Franklin
come forward. He has analyzed each of the babies with his baby analysis machine, and
this is real scientific baby analysis.
yes, and is telling everyone like what injuries they caught, like each team, what injuries did you cause to the baby, and will the baby survive?
And the Pink Team, to nobody's surprise, is dead. And I'm just like, Anthony Jeselnik, where are you? Like, we got dead babies shit coming up here.
Yeah.
The symptoms of the Pink Team's baby include cerebral hemorrhage, shaking trauma, lacerated organs, spinal trauma.
Yes.
Hilarious stuff, guys. It's a baby.
Yes.
It's like, oh my God, what are we doing?
Will this baby survive?
Prognosis, dire.
Dire.
One thing that I noticed about the girls, as we're talking about like safety more this season, as far as I could tell, pause
again.
for a second.
Yeah.
Is Christy Joe seemed to be the only one wearing wrist guards, and I'm watching all these girls take falls and land on their hands.
I didn't even notice that.
And I saw, it was the first thing when I saw people starting to fall immediately onto their hands. I'm like, your wrists, you fuck your knees, dude. Your wrists are gonna explode.
That's like the first thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Christy Joe, I think probably having been a skater is like, I would like wrist guards, please.
Wrist guards would be great.
But nobody else did, and I'm just
That's
like,
funny.
Anyway, that's the kind of things that occur to me at 42.
Yes.
All right, red
Rightfully
team.
so.
What's our prognosis for the red team, baby?
Mild head trauma, moderate torso trauma, bruised organs instead of lacerated organs like the last,
And wait for it.
and a lost limb.
Obvious loss of limb. Because the Derby dolls yanked off a baby limb.
The arm.
Oh my God. Prognosis?
Challenge. It would survive, but it would not live a normal life. That's what Dr. Franklin
so fucked
says.
up, dude. What are we doing?
And then Jessica goes, well, who cares if his arm is gone? If he's a lefty, you don't need that arm anyway.
It's a bold prediction.
Yeah.
And the blue team, the baby's fine.
Yeah. Mild head trauma, mild bruising, moderate shaking.
Yeah. So
This baby will live a normal life.
Other than it having the father of Bret Michaels.
Yeah. Other than its parents being a bimbo on a reality show
and Bret Michaels.
and a washed-up rock star. It did with Bret.
Oh, are you giving me Angelique?
Yeah, they're doing Angelique right now.
Subtitles?
I want a date with Bret. He's a good idea.
He's so good. His idea is so good. Hang on. Speaking of washed up rock star.
Oh, my favorite one.
Sorry. It's okay.
He just hit his guitar on a corner. That looked bad.
Oh man, it's cold. This guitar was tuned like minutes ago. Please try some creativity. I know it's really tempting, but just trust me. Hey, don't lose your humanity. I use so much water and energy. Please stop using this chat GPT.
I like it.
Yeah. I was feeling lazy, and I almost succumbed to the allure of just chat GPTing a parody of a Bret Michaels song. And I'm like, there's no way in hell chat GPT can do parodies better than even my laziest day.
I don't know, man. Like, I had to make up a rap one time for like this business networking thing. And I chat GPT'd it, and it made this really cool rap. I mean, not cool. Cool's not the right word.
Yeah, I wouldn't say cool.
Things rhymed and they made sense.
It was like, it had all the form and structure, and you could believe it was a rap of some sort.
Right. Yeah. So if that's how you want to start writing these little parody songs,
but
that would be sad.
I take pride.
You should.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm still on my Sufjan Stevens quest, and he would never.
Ever.
So we're back in the house. We're bored in the house. We're in the house bored. And
wait, who won?
Oh, the blue team. We said the blue team won.
But
who won?
MVP.
Yes.
Christy Joe.
That's right.
Yes.
Speed skater.
Speed skater was MVP. So the other three girls from that team, Ina, Angelique, and Aubrey, get to go on a date with Bret, and then Christy Joe will have her own private
solo
date.
I don't remember if solo dates were happening this early in the season last season.
I don't remember either.
With 12 girls, I feel like
maybe if you got like a special thing like this, like the rest of your team
gets
the group date and you get a solo.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that happened at least once or twice. I don't know.
Where's this Quattro going on their cool date?
Shout out to Ivan Kane's 40 Deuce.
I wanted to say it too.
Good. I'm glad you did.
I almost forgot the shout out, but of course we got to shout out Ivan Kane's 40 Deuce.
That's right. Do you think it's still around?
I don't know, man. Ivan Kane looks like he might spend his money in questionable ways.
He is an interesting character. Ivan is at the door letting them into his burlesque dance hall.
Yeah, so they're at a burlesque dance hall, and they're literally just having drinks, it looks like, and watching a burlesque dancer.
Yeah.
Who is shaking it and baking it.
Yeah. Like, she was good, don't get me wrong, but the word I wrote down to describe it was frantic.
It seemed a little gacked out.
A little. Her name was Dakota, this lovely burlesque dancer. She's beautiful. She's hot. But her dance is like, if she could just turn the speed down.
It's like it gives you whiplash.
She has it on fast forward, and she just needs it at regular speed.
Yeah, I feel like I would throw something if I was trying to move like that.
Yeah.
So it's impressive.
It is.
And so Bret is watching this burlesque dancer. You know, it's burlesque, so she's not getting desnuda.
Yes. She has
with,
like a little bra top and like bikini bottoms on, and
it's very tasteful. Very tasteful.
Burlesque always feels like pretty tasteful to me, and like the little costumes that they wear.
Shoving things inside themselves.
Oh my God, I was not ready for that.
I'm just saying, Bret could have taken them to one of those spots.
That's right. Yeah, so she comes off the stage, and then it looks like each one of the girls that are on this date are gonna have to do their own little burlesque dance
on the stage. Yeah,
on the stage. Yeah,
that's Ina, Aubrey, and Angelique.
Yes.
And they do indeed. I don't know if that was planned. It just seems kind of like, hey, this is our date, but it's also
you get to perform.
You got to do more work.
Yeah, it felt weird to me too. I was like, I got nervous for them. I'm like, I hate this date.
Yeah.
Like, now you have to come up with a burlesque dance and you're not prepared.
Right.
And
maybe it's not your thing.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Ina gets up there, and what does Bret call her, babe? Babe, why don't you hit me with that?
Well, he starts with Ukrainian love tank once again. Then he calls her his spicy meatball.
He calls her a spicy meatball.
Like, what the fuck?
It's just, oh my gosh.
She does this really slow, like, crawling.
And she doesn't strip at all.
Which, honestly, if I had to do a burlesque dance unprepared,
that
might be what I do. Like, you know? Anyway, yeah, she doesn't take off a lot of clothes, but she does kind of, like, crawl on the stage, and it's sexy, and he says she's not good at it. But I'm like, I feel like she did all right.
But, like, okay, what do you want, dude? Also, when do you... his flippancy for caring about creativity and talent versus just being, like, hot.
Yeah.
It doesn't make it. There's no standard.
No, there's no taste.
There's no metric that you can determine what Bret is going to say.
No, the only metric is boobs, yes. No boobs, no.
Correct. Which is wild because Ina has boobs. She's just not showing them.
Right.
And I mean, of the three
She's
women
showing
here,
cleavage though. It's like, but that's not enough.
Correct. But of the three women here, I think she's the prettiest one.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
I apologize to the other ladies. No disrespect.
Yeah, they are beautiful also.
Beautiful women.
Yeah.
Aubrey's got a lot of teeth. I don't know.
We don't need to nitpick their appearance. Okay?
She gives me Julia Roberts every time she smiles.
We do this too much to women, okay?
I agree. Yes. But now
they're all lovely ladies. Ina and our taste seems to be the most attractive.
Yes, I am not here. Sorry, I shouldn't have started pitting the women against each other.
I know.
I just don't understand Bret's metrics, and so I am trying to.
Oh no, I do. Boobs, yes.
Yes. Okay.
No boobs, no.
Well, you say that, but this will come in. So what just happened, Boo?
Okay, so Aubrey,
not.
who we were just talking about, Aubrey actually did a really good
She
burlesque
does.
dance.
She's a dancer.
Yeah.
She's not an exotic dancer, but she dances for fun.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Hers is pretty good. Bret loves it. Like, if this were a challenge, I think Aubrey would have won it. You know. And then it's Frenchie's turn.
Guess what, guys? Guess what Frenchie does?
I'll give you one guess.
She gets her titties out.
Like,
does she get her titties out? Immediately
on the stage.
We are confronted with
Ploop, ploop.
Oh, fuck.
Frenchie's. Do you want me to put that sound in there again?
Insert the sound effect.
Okay, all right. We're at the 27:30 mark. Mark that down.
And am I crazy, or did her bottoms come off too?
That's why they almost got kicked out.
Yeah.
So that's when everybody went, whoa!
Yeah, so she goes full stripper mode, which, speaking of how we're talking about, like, we don't understand Bret's taste, I think it's the same thing with Frenchie. Like, and there's even a conversation between Frenchie and Dakota, the burlesque dancer, where Dakota is like, this is an art. It's an art of seduction.
Is a strip
it's a
tease.
tease.
It is a tease. It is not a strip tease.
Right. And Angelique, like, that taste line is not there. It's just
There's
like
no tease.
Naked.
It is just, here, you have it.
Clothed, naked.
Correct.
Yeah.
So with that, Frenchie's top immediately comes off, and moments later, her bottoms. And the other girls at the
she's
table.
She's a good dancer. Like, I'm not knocking that part. It's just like, like, come on, do a little more seductiveness, you know?
And Bret
a little more build up.
You know, Bret seemed to be into it because, you know, titties, as Ashley said.
Titties, yes.
But
no titties, no.
But the girls and Bret, I think, were both, as am I, a little grossed out that you're writhing on this fucking floor, this gross floor, and you're not wearing bottoms.
I mean, she's used to it.
I know, but I'm just kind of, I am like having like germophobic nightmares.
Yeah.
I'm just watching it and I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine putting my just bare asshole on that stage, you know?
Yeah.
It feels weird. Yeah, you thought about it.
It
feels
natural
bad.
To her.
It does. And that's wild.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's so sexy to Bret.
Like, Bret kind of likes it, but like, doesn't at the same time. And I noticed like Ivan is like lurking in the
he's
back,
kind of like,
the owner, and he kind of actually loves it. That is the facial expression that he's giving.
At least it was edited to look like Ivan loves it.
Yeah.
At the same time, afterwards, Dakota, the burlesque dancer, has to reprimand Frenchie for getting completely naked.
Like, we don't do that here. And like you were saying, they probably don't have the right licenses or whatever.
And it was a private event, so they're not going to lose their license. But Bret does make a joke about, we got Ivan Keynes to almost lose their license.
Yeah.
Lol.
But yeah, I thought it was funny, and maybe it was edited, but like Ivan clearly loved it, but then had to go basically tell them like, yeah, you're not supposed to do this.
Please don't.
But please do it again, maybe.
Okay. Meanwhile, back at the Hall of Justice.
Yeah.
So what's going on is this is I have questions.
Mm-hmm.
Christy Joe earlier in the house made a statement that Catherine, as a mom pushing the stroller, didn't do a good enough job to help her team win.
Okay. Yeah.
And said that it was the sentiment of some of her teammates as well, that maybe Catherine should have been better suited for it. And it might have been in a joking way.
Yeah.
And Christy Joe, in my recollection, was saying it in a jokey way.
I had a hard time following this fight, so
Exactly.
I'm glad that you could follow it.
But I did too, so I'm trying to make sense of it.
Yeah.
The reaction to Christy Joe saying that is, Christy Joe is talking a lot of shit about our reactions to our teammate, and we fucking love Catherine. It's like, no, you fucking don't. You guys, like, I guarantee Megan has said so much shit about how old Catherine is. She does not love Catherine.
That's true.
And so my question with all this, now we've got 3 women at least jumping down Christy Joe's throat. Is this manufactured? Is this production going, Christy Joe won a date, what are you guys going to do about it?
I think there's a little bit of that there. I do, because the fight was confusing to follow. It was like, what even there? Everybody's mad at Christy Joe.
Yeah.
And it's because of some comment she made that, like, all they had to do was maybe clear it up with her. Like, hey.
It wasn't even mean-spirited. Like, if you look at her
and it
face
turned into
and
like
the tone.
she was talking shit about so-and-so. And there's a lot of mean girling happening. But I want to like point out that the last time we watched this season, I don't know, Christy Joe, I'm sorry if you're out there and you ever listen to this, but I don't get girl vibes from Christy Joe.
Right.
And there's, I think, a reason that all of the girls I don't think a lot of the girls in the house get those vibes
Which
from
is
her.
like
And so
an instinct that I don't have.
It's this weird instinct of like, I don't trust that girl. I don't know why. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a weird thing that, like, I don't really like Christy Joe in this show. I'm going to say that for you, Christy Joe, because I don't really know you as a person.
It's different than Lacey.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. And so I kind of, as the girls are starting to, like, hate on her, I'm like, this is really mean, and I don't think someone should do this to another person, but I can kind of get it in a weird way.
Because I
and
never
you don't.
did.
Yeah.
From the second I watched this show in 2000, whatever the fuck, I was like, where did this come from?
Yeah.
And it's just very baffling. And this is the start of what will continue to be an anti-Christy Joe sentiment.
I'll really try to put my finger on it, you know, as it's going on, because I don't think I can.
Yeah.
And maybe it's a good, like, self-evaluation for me. Like, do I do this to other girls in real life when maybe it's not fair?
Yeah, I don't.
You know?
I don't notice you doing it. But
I don't think so. I
don't
try
think
to
you're that
really
person.
like be open to people until they give me a reason not to be open to them.
I think there's just just looking at how the girls treat her face to face after this, during this confrontation, after she said these things, it's feral. Like, it doesn't seem like it's informed. It doesn't seem like it's reasoned. It seems like it is just, let's fucking go.
We don't like her.
And there is no more, there is nothing else
Nothing more. It doesn't matter what. She could have said anything and they would find a thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Anyway, I appreciate
That's probably
you.
why we don't get the fight.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Megan is obviously queen bitch of this fight.
Oh, yeah. God,
she says,
she's
like,
annoying.
oh, let me know if you're not going to wear makeup again. Give me a heads up, because I don't want to be invited to a horror movie. And it makes Christy Joe fucking cry.
Yeah, it would make me cry too. Like, that was so
She's
mean.
so bitchy.
Megan
She
knows
says
how to go for the jugular.
She really does.
Yeah.
And that's why we hate her.
Yeah.
because it's just so senseless and low.
Yeah.
All the time.
And she's, playing the character.
And she is an open fucking nerve. She is an exposed nerve, and nobody has the audacity to do it back to her. She is the only person with the audacity to fucking throw those stones.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're lucky because you are a bad person, and there's plenty to say about you, Megan.
Right. But it probably wouldn't affect her, even if they did.
I hate her.
She's doing the Lacey role well.
Yes.
She's making you hate her.
So what
very
happens
much.
after that? Christy Joe is crying in a bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
And Aubrey finds her, and Aubrey and Christy Joe are like homegirls. At least Aubrey feels very connected to Christy Joe.
Yeah, like I said, none of the girls in the house like Christy Joe, and there's that like vibe, that girl vibe. I think Aubrey wants to be in a relationship with Christy
Thank
Joe.
you. Yes.
This is not about a friendship or a girl's girl. This is like, I think she like really likes Christy Joe.
Where is that spinoff? Where's the Aubrey Christy Joe spinoff? Because Aubrey 100% wants to make out with Christy Joe.
Yeah, and like as the episode goes on, she's like, I don't want to lose my Christy Joe. Like she doesn't want Christy Joe to get eliminated.
And it's like, I didn't know your connection was so strong.
I
Maybe
know.
it's more of a physical connection.
She's like straddling her on the bed and
Yeah.
like talking about how beautiful she is.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
It's cute. It's
Yeah.
cute, and it's giving like ship it vibes, right?
Yeah.
Like you want to ship it. You're like,
I
yes,
know.
ship this.
You can tell Aubrey's like open to her bisexuality, and I'm not sure that Christy Joe is.
Right.
Yeah.
It felt like watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Not that you'd get this, but it was a very Willow and Anya kind of situation
yeah.
where
I didn't
like
watch that show, but
where
yeah.
Willow's kind of like awakening.
Yeah.
And going like, oh, lesbian is an option. Interesting.
That's on the menu.
Anyway, so now Christy Joe's cashing in her good date.
Yeah.
With Bret Michaels.
Which, do you find this date weird?
It's really bad. It sucks.
It's such a bad date idea, and I'm like, did production make them stay at the house? So the date, I guess Christy Joe got to pick it, and she wanted to barbecue for Bret at the house. Just a laid back barbecue in the backyard.
But she's making the barbecue.
I know. She's like,
There's no.
That's why I'm like, she must have picked this.
I guess so.
Right? It's so weird.
At the same time, I do not agree that she picked this.
You don't?
I don't know. But I think
they wanted them to be at the house for what happens next with the VIP passes.
That's exactly what I'm saying. I think production lined this up because what comes next, Ashley?
Mm-hmm. So because all of the girls are like against Christy Joe at this point, two of the girls that got VIP passes from the dance off decide that they're
Destiny
going to
and Daisy.
Mm-hmm, that they're going to interject in the date and claim their VIP pass.
So let's recap.
Which, yeah, if the date, most solo dates aren't at the house. So like
Right.
if it hadn't been at the house,
You wouldn't be able to use your VIP
Yeah.
pass. Let me recap real quick for the listener.
Mm-hmm.
The VIP pass is something they won during the old school dance-off previous episode. And the VIP pass stated, you can interrupt any moment to get 10 minutes with Bret
Yeah.
alone. And they stayed at the house for this date, as Ashley said. The only time where those VIP passes would be manipulated during somebody else's date.
And it seems like no one had really used them yet.
Yeah.
And maybe production was also like, hey, we need to give them a chance to use these.
Thank you.
Before elimination.
Look, the wool is off our eyes.
Telepathy tapes, baby.
We understand
We're
what's
reading
going
each
on.
other's minds.
Yeah. This is 100. And I mean, it doesn't help that Christy Joe has some real problematic information that comes up during the date.
Oh my God. Okay, I just want to throw in before we get there
Please
that
do.
so like, Daisy and Destiny are like, we're going to use our VIP passes.
Yes.
Roxy also has a VIP
Yes.
pass. And she's the one at the beginning of the episode that was saying like, I need more time with him. Maybe I should use my pass. And she just kind of honestly doesn't have the balls to do it during this, which it
The
is
audacity.
really, yeah, that's maybe a better word. Like, because it is kind of awkward. It's like she's trying to do this solo date and really you're going to pick right now. So it's like Roxy's actually being really respectful, but it comes back to bite her in the ass.
Yeah, respectful is not the name of
Yeah.
fucking Rock of Love here.
No, but to what you were saying earlier, Christy Joe reveals some very important information.
Oh, namely,
she is currently married.
Legally, in the eyes of the law. Currently
Legally married.
Second marriage still in effect.
Yes, she has been trying to get an annulment, she says.
And
that was right after the restraining order.
Yeah, let's go. Fuck yeah. Fucking wife this girl up, bro.
Oh my God.
So this is all coming out during the date, and Bret is like, and I would be too, friend. Yeah. I would be too. I actually get it, Bret.
Aaron got sent home for having a maybe fiance that she had actually broken up with. You know, and now it's
whereas
like
Christy Joe is openly saying, like, I'm thinking about bigamy.
Yeah. And maybe that's like part of the reason also that like girls don't like her is she's messy. Like
she is a bit messy.
That's messy. It's like,
yeah,
at least tell him when you get, I don't know, like, was this the moment? You've been through multiple eliminations and no one else in the house knows that you're married.
And maybe tell him,
Bret
like,
doesn't know that you're married.
Like the way that she delivers this information is very
so nonchalantly.
Yes, it is very much like, you shouldn't find this to be a big deal.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna kind of like move on through our date.
Been trying to get an annulment. It's like, what the
you can't just that's not something you just drop and then let it go and move on with the date.
No.
So it is a bit weird. I want to point out, hey babe, what are they drinking during this date?
Oh, I didn't notice. What?
It's some bottles of Bret Brew.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah.
Are they trying to make it a brand?
I don't know, man, but I'm just like, oh my gosh, I don't know when Bret Brew shows up other than elimination, but they're chugging Bret Brews at the table.
That is interesting.
Isn't that fun?
You reminded me I need a sip of wine.
Mine's empty.
Oh,
Thanks
that's
a lot.
So sad.
I
know.
pause?
We had like a New Year's Day lunch today, and
we're feeling good.
Maybe had a couple little drinky drinks.
We're feeling good.
Yeah. Do you want to pause and go get a refill?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a second now.
And hey, we're back. I got wine.
Yay.
It's good. Because this just got back to a moment of the episode where Megan is doing a talking head. And Megan's voice we've discussed previously. I
wish I could impersonate Daisy's.
I can impersonate Megan.
Yeah, that's good.
Megan's voice is like sometimes there's no vowels at all. And sometimes there's too many vowels. And in this instance, she says, like, it's going all according to my plan.
I like the secret plan because then if Christy Joe's in a bad mood, then Bret will see that she's in a bad mood and she sucks and it's not fun to be around. And
I'm like, why does plan have 2 syllables?
Earlier in the episode, she uses the word athleticness.
Athleticness.
Yes.
I remember that. I'm like, there's another word.
I know. I was
you can use the other word. You know it. I believe you. I believe in you. No, I shouldn't, though. You're bad.
You shouldn't at all.
Everything about you is bad and sucks.
Yeah, the way she talks is so put on. It's like a baby, like ditzy.
I don't know which clip of Liz and Liz from Publicity to drop in here to explain how Megan talks, but it is just Nick Kroll being Liz. I'm Liz, and I'm Liz, and together we're Blizzity.
It's
because
really
because
funny.
of our names.
If you guys haven't YouTubed that before,
I'm pregnant.
It's amazing.
Thank you.
It's incredible
it's
stuff.
Jenny Slate.
Kroll Show was an underrated show.
Kroll.
You needed the momentum.
Publicity.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm not here to discuss Kroll Show, but I could. Don't tempt me.
We can do a whole episode on that later.
Somehow Bret and Christy Joe are still on this date because Destiny interrupted it.
Oh yeah, we missed that part. Yeah, like Destiny interrupted, and then she like straddled him, and they talked for a while. And Bret actually kind of loved it.
Yeah.
Even though he was like a little annoyed that she was interrupting this like annulment talk.
Wait. Are you saying that it turned Bret on?
I am saying that.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
Shocking.
It takes a lot. Must have been something special.
Yup. Boobies. And then Daisy tries to come after that and interrupt. And it's so produced.
It
right?
is.
Because it was right when Christy Joe was talking about her annulment.
Yes.
That Destiny taps the shoulder. And then as soon as Destiny leaves, Daisy's
shows
tapping
up.
the shoulder. And Bret's like, do you really have to do that now? I think one was enough for him, where it's like the second one. Yeah.
And, but also he makes the point to Daisy, like, I have so much to talk to you about.
Yeah.
About like music and our
Yeah.
connection or whatever the fuck he says.
Yeah.
And so he's trying to let her know, like, no, use that pass.
Yeah.
Because I want to connect with you.
I want to connect.
and so now the date's over and Daisy and Bret are connecting and she's crying.
He clearly like favors her a lot over the other girls.
And so yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because
and
like and even the way that interaction went, like she didn't really have to keep being aggressive.
No.
He basically was like, "Do you have to?" And she was like, "No, like I'll be
I'll let it
respectful."
go.
Yeah. Yeah, because she knows, I think, that he likes her a lot. Yeah.
and boy
she
does he.
seems to like him a lot.
Daisy's talking to me in her bikini and
Yeah.
crying. So they have like a VIP moment afterwards,
Mm-hmm.
and Daisy's talking to me in her bikini and crying, and I'm looking at the crying, back down to the breasts.
Back to the breasts.
Looking at the crying,
Yeah,
back down to the
they're
breasts.
actually starting to have a conversation, and they both stop the conversation to make out. Like you can see Daisy stops mid-word to just look at him like, kiss me.
So it's time to make out, right?
Yeah, it's like we were saying, like it just like with Jess, where it's like the conversation just really doesn't go anywhere.
When you're 23 and he's 45,
That's not.
what y'all
You're here
talking
for
about?
one reason.
Yeah, the DTF.
Yeah, but they have a nice little private moment, which kind of solidifies like Daisy's important.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Daisy is important to Bret.
Mm-hmm.
And I did do some research. Like there were claims that Daisy and Bret at some point during the season start sleeping together, and she makes those claims during the reunion.
Yeah.
But later has an interview where she disputes them. I will do more digging. I just
Yeah.
wanted to throw that out there. That's what I found so
She
far.
said a lot at the time that they were having a lot of sex.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe since we're learning about so much stuff behind the scenes that was like whatever and made up, like who knows?
Who knows? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then now guess what? It's we're at elimination, and I need to point out as they scroll through the elimination room, they do a pan from way up high, like above the fireplace. There's a banner. Ashley, there's a banner.
Yes, we both noticed it this time.
There's a banner, and what does it say, Ashley?
Isn't it like every rose has its
It
thorn?
says every rose has its thorn.
All I saw was thorn. As the camera was like scanning down, and I was like, "Oh, I bet I know what's going on there."
Like we haven't heard this song. Like it's the only. I guess it's your trademark, man.
Yeah.
I guess like
That's what he's got. That's what he's got.
Maybe have like a few more things, but no.
No.
Just ride that until it
He's
fucking peters
he's got
out.
one song.
Really does.
Okay, so can I pull like an ace card? Because short skirt, long jacket,
Okay.
maybe a little boring this week.
Okay.
He's once again trying to be tasteful.
Do you want to do you have a
touring the facility?
and picking up slack?
I do.
Ashley,
Can you guess?
Do you
Pause,
want a
pause,
girl-
pause. Oh.
do you want a girl who is
Touring the facility and picking up slack?
She's touring the facility and picking up slack.
Welcome to touring the facility and picking up slack.
Yes.
It is the new segment of Mock of Love where Bret's outfits are so goddamn boring at elimination. We need to talk about the ladies' outfit. One of these ladies has an outfit that is worth discussing. And Ashley, who has the outfit?
Destiny.
I thought it might be. Whoa!
Destiny.
What a look.
Destiny. Okay.
Destiny.
You have to pause it at some point so we can
Boom.
analyze. Yes,
Yes.
right there. That's perfect.
This is good.
Okay. Destiny is wearing a sparkly hat that you might wear at like an
It's a-
elementary school tap show.
It is a fedora
It is a fedora with sparkles.
with sparkles.
Yes.
It's not even. It might be. What is it? A trilby? It might be a trilby. Let me pull up trilby for us real quick, babe.
It is a costume hat.
Trilbies are. Yeah, it's a trilby.
It is.
It's a trilby, folks.
I've never heard that word before, but that's exactly what it is.
You learn what a trilby is when you're familiar with milady culture. when you understand the incel community and the kind of clothes. Like, not only would I wear that, if I was wearing that, if I was wearing that hat, I would also have 2 katana swords mounted on my
God.
wall.
Oh my god.
Go on, babe. Sorry.
Okay. She has braided pigtails. Nice little hairstyle. She is wearing a choker. Yes.
Black belt and blowjobs.
Black belt. She is wearing like a bikini halter top, like an actual bikini top, but it has like a sheer thing that goes like from the bottom of her boobs to her waist.
Yeah, it's not mesh. It is mesh, but it's like
it's
very
sheer.
fine sheer.
Yes.
Yeah. So you see her tummy and her back.
Yes.
It's
but
not
like,
a fishnet situation.
But like other than that, it's like a bikini top.
Correct.
Yes. And then she is wearing a low slung, like low on the hips.
Famous Stars and Straps belt.
Yes. It has like sparkles all over it, presumably to match the hat.
Yeah.
Right? It's
she
like
got that at
studs or
Tilly's.
yeah. And then black pants, and I forget what's going on with her feet.
Can we see? Am I going to go back and look for feet pics? Am I going to drill back for feet pics? Is that the kind of boy I am? Hang on. Let's find out.
Let's see.
Andy, you nasty? How nasty is you?
Look,
she's got platforms. She's got platform
she has
wedges.
platforms, and her jeans have like buttons down the side.
Yes. They're
Yes.
snap on, snap off for
Oh my
easy
God.
access, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God, this outfit has everything.
Dude, last episode, I'm bringing it up because you just did a Stefan. And I can't believe we talked about Stefan episode 1 of season 1. Episode 2, Bret shows up and we do a long jacket about him in an Affliction t-shirt and a long sleeve shirt underneath.
I know.
And we didn't bring up Stefan.
I know. How did we miss this?
I am so mad at us.
I'm ashamed, actually.
It's really upsetting that, like,
It is the exact same look.
we do this for 16 episodes. You think we might have a goddamn clue at this point. We missed the Stefan that we were just saying is Bret's fucking spiritual brother.
I know. We did heavily criticize that outfit, too. That was fun.
That was the long jacket.
That was the long jacket. Yeah.
Okay, I can continue.
Okay.
Anyway, I thank you, Ashley. That is a great pull because her look is very much. I am auditioning for Lou Pearlman to be in the NSYNC for girls, NSYNC but girls version.
For
of
me, it's
NSYNC.
giving like tap recital.
Oh,
why I
it is also dangerously tap recital.
Yeah.
And Bret calls her down first and says, "I'm not beginning to question your commitment to Sparkle Motion."
We just did a rewatch of that movie recently. It
was
so
Halloween,
good.
baby.
I know.
Not too long ago.
Yeah.
So Destiny's the first one to get a pass.
Yes.
And it's interesting. Who's the next one to get a pass?
Daisy.
So the VIP passes seem to be functioning as immunity trinkets.
They seemed to work.
They were the first two. And it seemed rude to use them. Guess what? Rude works, and Roxy is shooting daggers at Bret like, oh,
she's actually
no.
respectable, and that's why she wasn't doing it. But now it's like, well, you're definitely, I mean, hello, yeah, you're going to get eliminated. You haven't even talked to the guy.
I know. Even though she is like stunning.
Yeah. She is. And like, to be fair, like Jessica didn't talk to him this whole episode either.
And yes.
But she gets a pass.
Yes. I was shocked that Jessica.
With no question.
Do we want to skip to the people who were eliminated? Because I almost jumped to that.
We can. Yeah, like Destiny, Daisy, Ina, Aubrey, Peyton, Catherine, Amber, Megan, Jessica, all
And then
get
there's one
passes.
left. And then there's one left after Jessica. Because Jessica was like, okay. You did nothing this episode, but all right.
Mm-hmm.
And they wanted to leave Christy Joe on the hook. She got the VIP date. She got the individual actual
but
date.
she also announced that she's still married.
And he wanted to let her know that he did not miss that.
Yeah. Like, you wonder why. Like, so it's Christy Joe, Angelique
and Roxy.
And Roxy on the chopping block. And it's like, yeah, Christy Joe got the MVP solo date. He clearly likes her a lot. But, like, she just mentioned that she is wed.
Legally.
Yeah.
And
listen, if for anyone out there, like Andy and I are both divorced. We understand the idea of like a divorce takes a long time.
You don't have to be like an incel the entire time or a voluntarily celibate person the entire time.
Right. Because it could, in California, it could be like a year, you know?
It could be 18 months. It could be 4 years.
Yeah. So it's not that. It's just like, first of all, you didn't bring this up to anyone. Second of all, like, as divorced people, we both know that you need a good amount of time after a divorce to like figure stuff out.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, like figure out what went wrong, you know?
Let
and
alone,
she's clearly like still married, trying
still
to just,
married.
Yeah.
Still legally married.
Yeah.
And
like,
so
all right,
it's like
I'm going to go on a dating reality show.
and try and date this 44-year-old dude, 45-year-old dude with 2 kids. And she does get the last pass.
Mm-hmm.
Angelique and Roxy, you're gone too soon. It's really sad because it
I
feels
think
like
Angelique seems shocked.
I'm shocked.
Yeah.
Because it feels like Angelique is with us for so much longer than this.
Mm-hmm.
She is such
Just
a person.
she's such a personality.
She's
yeah.
huge.
Mm-hmm.
The personality is so huge and ridiculous, and she's so fun, and she's so damn slutty. And I love that she unapologetic about everything about herself.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
she
it's
is a
so
great
fun.
addition to the show. Like, and everyone knows it, right?
Yeah.
It's like she makes scenes fun, even though
Yes.
you're like, this is ridiculous.
Yes.
That's why it's fun.
It's ridiculous in a drama-free way.
yeah.
You know, she is so unapologetically and genuine and like, yeah.
This is me. This is
Yeah.
me. I like to be topless. This is what I like to do. This is who I am.
I got plastic surgery.
Yeah.
I do porn. I strip. I like to be naked. I'm
Yeah.
going to fuck Bret.
And I have like no qualms about that
Yeah.
at all. Or no, yeah.
So
Everyone should aspire to live more like Frenchie.
2025 resolutions, folks. Listen up, chat. If you haven't figured out your 2025 resolutions, watch this show. Be like Frenchie. Be more you. Let that freak flag fucking fly.
We should make shirts.
Be more Frenchie.
Be like Frenchie.
No, so it is kind of fucked to me that like Roxy's got to go and Jessica gets to stay.
Yeah.
Like of all the people that get to say, like Frenchie.
They both like haven't talked to him really and don't have a connection with him. So all things being equal.
I know.
Is that what you're saying?
It is.
Yeah.
And Roxy leaves with no kiss. She's like, I'm not going to kiss
She's
this
like,
man.
nah.
I'm over it.
Yeah.
And
She leaves with
look at her dress.
grace.
Look at her. I love this dress.
It's so cute.
It's really cute.
It's so cute.
Yeah. It's a
like
very
red with black polka dots, and it's like looks like a 30s.
It does look
style
like
or
she's about to
something.
go swing dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It is
really cute.
something that I think about a lot lately.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a. I'm going to bring this up later. I'll bring it up now.
Okay.
Remember our friend Ricky Rackman?
Yes.
All right. So I'm looking at this dress and I'm thinking of Ricky Rackman. And I thought about this the other day. I was brushing my teeth and I'm like, Ricky Rackman looks like the Cherry Poppin' Daddies sound.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, you're
Yeah.
with me.
Yeah, and
And
like,
also,
mhm.
it's wild that there was a band called the Cherry Poppin' Daddies. It's so wrong. It's so fucked up. I hate it.
It's cute.
It's cute.
I know that was the joke.
Jesus. I was not ready to talk about how cute the Daddies Poppin' Cherries was. But
Oh my god. No, I was trying, like, when he first showed up at the reunion for the first season and we're trying to describe his aesthetic, I was like really racking my brain. I was like, how do I describe this? It's just
Same.
so a moment
of this time.
Yeah.
And that's when I'm like, oh my God, he looks how the Cherry Poppin' Daddies sound.
Totally.
In their name and in their music.
Yeah.
That is the look.
That's him.
And Roxy looks like she could have gone to that concert.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, she's adorable. She's like, as she's leaving, she's like, I'm a damn good woman. Like, whatever. He's missing out. I'm like, good for you.
Speaking of, did you do any follow up with these ladies?
Yeah. Yeah. So our other eliminated person, Frenchie. Yeah. That elimination is sweet, right? He's like, you're a rock star, you're a free spirit. But she seems to remind him of that stripper that broke his heart.
In every rose has its thorn.
That's what he says. Yeah. It's like, you remind me of someone that I used to be with. And we all know exactly who he's talking about. The reason that he didn't pick Heather last season is Heather reminded him.
break his heart.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So Angelique is who I was going to do my Where Are They Now on.
Let's go.
Yeah. Okay. So she's from Paris, France. I think she lives over there now.
Okay.
Her, Wikipedia, whatever, says she's a model, TV host, reality TV star. They're like I could pull up my phone right now and pull out the Wikipedia and the IMDb, but she's been in a lot of, you know, A-list movies over the years. if you know what I mean.
Was she one of the A-list of a
I was like the opposite of A-list is what I'm saying.
X-list.
Yes. So she has, and maybe a couple, like, you know, I don't know. Like,
has she won a couple
not
Woodies?
porns, but like silly, sexy movies.
Okay.
That she's been in. Yeah.
Softcore.
Yeah, she has creds, okay. Of movies that she's been in over
like,
the years.
Are they like raunchy college romps, like Euro Trip or something? Not like she was in that, but I could see that might be a good spot for her.
Something like that. I didn't look into the movie specifically, but just the titles. I was like, okay, that sounds like campy. She probably got topless in this movie.
Yeah.
You know? So she's done a lot of that, and like since this show, so the movies are like 2011, 2014, whatever. There's also like various tabloid articles about her because she dated some chick named Gabby Greco, which I don't know if we knew that
related
she was
to
by.
Richard Grieco?
I don't think so. She was a Maxim model. So there was like a whole article about that because I don't think people knew that Gabby was bi either. She's famous overseas, I guess.
Huh.
I don't know. Listeners, if you know who this is, fill me in. Yeah.
I never subscribed to Maxim. I just want to pat myself on the back real quick.
Ooh. And just a couple of months ago this year, she was in the tabloids because she was in like Malibu with this guy named Jesse Willisey, who's like famous in Australia, I guess. And she's 49, by the way. This guy looked like he was like in his early 30s.
What's Jesse Willisey famous for?
His dad is a respected Aussie journalist named Terry Willisey.
Huh.
So the
Journalists
articles were like,
don't make money.
he's not like his dad. He's crazy, and he's on the beach with this busty blonde. And
like it's rare. Journalist, I gotta assume they mean TV journalist.
yeah, maybe so.
Because I was a journalist, babe. I was not making good money.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, like, yeah, they, you know, I said respected journalist.
ouch.
Just kidding. Oh, sorry. It was just laying right there for me. Okay. So, I love you, babe. You are like one of the best writers that I know.
That's what I need to hear.
Yeah.
Keep it coming. We're back.
So she has an Instagram if you guys want to check it out. It's at Frenchie Morgan's. Heavy filters on all of the photos. She has a MAGA clutch in one of the photos. Blech. Lots of boobs.
Porn stars love Donald Trump.
No.
I wonder why.
Huh.
Maybe because he's paid for their abortions.
Okay, so then
That he has created the baby that needed the fucking abortion.
No,
the
100.
The cells, I should say.
This is why
the
he doesn't
zygote.
have a strong stance on abortion.
Good God.
But okay, so when I went to her like link in bio this cracked me up.
Oh no.
To click like, you know, what are her other, she has like OnlyFans, whatever. But like when I click on that link on the link in bio, it pops up, are you this age? Yes or no? I think it was like I needed to be 16 or older to even
know
to even
what the
look
links,
at her links.
the external links were too.
Yeah, so she's doing exactly
you aren't allowed
what,
to know about these websites, let alone visit them.
Yeah, it did an age check on her link in bio.
Wow. I don't think I've ever seen that.
I know.
That's impressive.
It was impressive. So that's it. She's doing exactly what you would think Frenchie would be doing.
Well, on that note, I guess I kind of want to eulogize Roxy, but I guess I'll eulogize our Frenchie.
Well, I just did a thing about Frenchie. You can eulogize Roxy if you want.
I honestly don't know what to say about Roxy as much. Because I'll
go with your heart.
I'll do, yes. All right, bow your heads. Close your eyes. Dearly beloved, heavenly VH1 person, we are here to commit to the earth our dearly beloved Frenchie, Angelique Morgan. She was naked a lot. She was a lot of naked. And she had a lot of fun, you know, and that's who she wanted to be. She was a free bird, and we should all aspire to be such free birds. And not only does she feel like she was with us longer because of the size of her spirit
and her breasts
and her ridiculously popping out of her chest breasts, but also because we see her again and again and again on shows to come.
Yes.
In that heavenly realm that we can just start with. It's not even the end of her story. Rock of Love Charm School.
Yeah. And she's on I Love Money. She does like
That's what I'm
several
saying.
VH.
I'm just saying it starts there.
Yeah.
It starts
This
with
is only the beginning.
in VH1's heavenly name. Amen.
Amen.
Well, on that, I think, is there anything that you would like to recap for us, Boo?
I don't think so. I feel like I've been yammering a lot this episode.
No,
and it's
I think
a long episode. Sorry, guys.
It's a long episode, but goddamn was it fun.
It was
This
fun.
a really fun episode, and there was just too much to talk
there
about.
was so much to say.
And we're also a little drunk. So please, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Mock of Love. Leave us comments, send us memes, and whatever else you want. Mock of Love is now available on Apple Podcasts. Don't forget that. And turns out we're ranking well in the United States and the Philippines.
We love you, Philippines.
What's up, Philippine homies? Send us messages. I don't read Tagalog, but
I have Google Translate.
That's what I was about to say.
Okay.
I do have Google Translate also. So, wow. Hit us up. Also, make sure you're following us on Instagram at mol.podcast, Blue Sky at mol podcast, all no period, mol podcast. Find us on TikTok while it's still there at Mock of Love Podcast, all spelled out. And also, we're on YouTube, #boobs. We are not on X, and unfortunately, your president is owned by Elon Musk, an actual literal supervillain whose own family doesn't want to spend the holidays with him. What could go wrong? So, yeah, I think that's it.
Cool. I love that we always end on a positive note.
I'm not changing it.
Cool.
You can fucking say whatever you want. I'm not changing this. We can say something else. I asked if you had anything else to offer.
No, Happy New Year. Love you guys.
It is a Happy New Year.
Yeah.
And we look forward to finishing this show and doing many more shows. We got a whole year of shows to do with you guys, and we're looking forward to it. Always a pleasure. So with that,
Will you continue to stay in this house and rock our world?
Have a great week, everybody.
Bye, guys. Fuck.
No, you can't laugh after it. Do it one more time. One more time. No laugh.
Fuck.
Mock of Love is produced by Andy and Ashley. All views and comments do not necessarily reflect the views of Andy and Ashley, so ease up on us. If you enjoyed this romp through reality shows past, please follow, like, subscribe, and leave us a comment wherever you listen to podcasts.